So Chris Brown celebrated turning 32 with a massive party of about 500 guests that had to be broken up by the cops. Let's get into it. On Wednesday night, while many people were celebrating Cinco de Mayo at home, Chris Brown also stayed home, but to host a huge party that had his neighbors dialing 911. According to TMZ, the LAPD received multiple calls about loud music and double-parked cars all around Chris Brown's San Fernando Valley neighborhood. Several videos from inside the party made the rounds on social media, showing people dancing and living it up with not a single mask in sight. But it wasn't until 2 in the morning that the cops finally made their way to the singer's swanky pad to rain on his parade. According to local authorities, there were as many as 500 people at the party, so law enforcement deployed many squad cars to clear up the massive traffic jam made up of limos and fancy cars. As for those double-parked cars, well, you guessed it, they were slapped with parking tickets left and right. Chris's poor neighbors probably didn't get much sleep even after the cops showed up, because a police helicopter stuck around patrolling the area until things got back to normal. Of course, this is not the first time that the authorities have been called to intervene due to Chris's misconduct. Back in February 2019, the police did a welfare check on the singer during his online beef with Offset that culminated in Chris making public his home address. Later that same year in November, cops once again made their way to Chris's mansion when he threw a giant yard sale that had dozens of his fans lining up to try to get their hands on some of his used gear. That time, cops tried to shut down the event, telling Chris that he didn't have a permit for it, but after a quick call to his lawyers, he was in the clear since no permit is actually required for a yard sale in LA County. But it was a whole different story in 2016 when the cops rolled up to his house after a woman, who turned out to be beauty queen Bailey Curran, called the police department claiming the singer had pulled a gun on her. TMZ reported that the police went on to find weapons and drugs in a duffel bag that Chris had thrown at them from a window, but ultimately no arrests were made. We can only hope that Chris chooses to be a better neighbor from here on out and hopefully stay out of trouble. For more clever music videos, click right over here to find out why the woman who found Lady Gaga's dogs after they were dog-napped also got arrested. After that, let me know your thoughts on Chris Brown's massive party in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.